In the evolving landscape of modern warfare, technology continues to reshape the battlefield. Among the most decisive tools in Ukraine's defensive arsenal are highly trained sniper units equipped with advanced thermal imaging scopes, devices that allow them to detect enemy movement, even in complete darkness or dense cover. As fighting stretches across forests, urban ruins, and open fields, visibility is often limited. Nightfall, smoke, and harsh weather conditions traditionally provided opportunities for troop movement. However, thermal optics have dramatically reduced those advantages. By detecting heat signatures rather than relying on visible light, Ukrainian snipers can identify and track opposing forces with remarkable precision. These sniper teams operate in small, highly coordinated units. Concealed in strategic positions, they monitor enemy activity over extended periods, sometimes lying in wait for hours or even days. Their objective is not only to neutralize targets, but also to disrupt movement, create uncertainty, and slow down advances. Reports from the front lines suggest that this approach has had a psychological impact as well. The knowledge that they can be seen at any moment, even under the cover of darkness, forces opposing troops to move cautiously, often delaying operations or abandoning positions altogether.
Цель.
The effectiveness of these snipers is not solely due to technology. Training, discipline, and patience remain critical. Ukrainian marksmen undergo rigorous preparation, learning not just shooting accuracy, but also camouflage, reconnaissance, and communication. Thermal scopes enhance their capabilities, but it is the human element that ultimately determines success. At the same time, this form of warfare highlights a broader shift in combat dynamics. Precision engagement targeting individuals rather than relying on large-scale firepower reflects a move toward more calculated and strategic operations. It reduces the need for widespread destruction while still achieving tactical objectives. However, the use of such methods also underscores the intensity and human cost of the conflict. Each engagement represents a life lost, a reminder that behind every technological advancement lies the reality of war. As the conflict continues, tools like thermal imaging will likely play an increasingly central role. For Ukrainian snipers, they provide a critical edge, turning darkness from a shield into a vulnerability and allowing them to hold the line, one carefully measured shot at a time. Ukraine's technological advancements were made clear last Thursday when a unit of 500 Russian infantrymen, equipped with dozens of armored vehicles, were blown away near the village of Shandry-Holov, the defending Ukrainian 3rd Army Corps said in a statement. Without even deploying any soldiers to the front lines, Ukraine took out the advancing unit with mines, mortars, artillery fire, and unmanned aircraft. With first-person view drones deployed to hunt down the retreating survivors, Kyiv said. The battle, confirmed by the Kyiv Post and the Washington-based Institute for the Study of War, ISW, think tank, signaled just one of Russia's latest struggles to try and take the Donetsk fortress belt, which has successfully staved off Moscow's invasion for years. Ukraine's ability to fight back the Russian offensive has been attributed to its rapid wartime innovations, with its drone and anti-drone technology evolving to be among the best in the world. Their level of innovation is out of this world, Space Force Lieutenant General Stephen Whitney told Congress on Tuesday. General Oleksandr Syrsky, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, touted that more than 6,000 Russian fighters were killed between March 23 and 25. The enemy tried to break through the defensive formations of our troops in several strategic directions at once. Fierce battles unfolded along the entire line of combat engagement, Syrsky said in a statement. Despite the enormous pressure and the involvement of significant reserves, the Russian command was unable to fulfill the assigned tasks. In total, the enemy conducted 619 assault actions during these 4 days. Syrsky has described the battles as the standard Russian meat assault, where Moscow sends waves of men to their deaths in an attempt to overwhelm Ukraine's forces for minimal gains. Following the 4-day assault, the ISW concluded that Russia's spring-summer offensive will likely be another failure in the battle for Donetsk. Russian forces are unlikely to seize the fortress belt in 2026, but will likely make some tactical gains at a significant cost, the think tank said. The US and other nations in Europe and the Middle East have recently tapped Ukraine to help counter Iran's Shahed drone technology, which Kyiv has spent years combating and developing effective, low-cost anti-UAV tools. Along with jamming Russia's drones, Ukraine has made great strides in stopping Russia's strikes before they can take off. Amid the largest single-day drone assault overnight, which about 948 UAVs fired, Ukraine's missile program was able to take out a Russian Zircon hypersonic missile launcher based in Crimea to mitigate Moscow's assault. Ukraine troops have also been experimenting with exoskeletons that allow them to run up to 12 miles per hour and help them carry even more ammunition. The technology is so compact, it can fit in a suitcase. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky recently touted his army's accomplishments, highlighting the major blows Kyiv has struck against Russia's war machine, including Operation Spiderweb, which saw 117 drones hit 41 of Moscow's aircrafts. Over the years of this war, the security service of Ukraine has become a combat-proven and exceptionally strong special service, one of the benchmark security agencies in Europe and the world, Zelensky wrote on X while honoring his armed forces on Wednesday. I wish that our people will continue to take pride in the security service of Ukraine, and that other countries around the world will continue to learn from you what real protection of national statehood and national security really mean.